Hi, friends and family. Welcome to your yoga flow that opens up the front body. So, in this flow, we are going to open up the front body, and what that means is we're not just going to keep opening everything up, and that will be all that we're going to do today. We're going to do some back muscle, back posterior chain muscle strengthening as well. But as we move in this flow, I want you guys to focus on feeling openness in the front body, almost like nothing can stop you, nothing can change you, and you're just there with your power and with your abilities, and you just want to feel vulnerable and open and strong at the same time. And so this is a feeling practice, front body feeling practice. So if you're up for that, I would suggest that you start here seated, crossing at the ankles or the legs. I always recommend sitting on top of something like a block or a blanket in case you have some lower back problems. It just allows the natural curvature of the spine. As far as props, I have my trusty blocks right here. Nothing really is mandatory today for this class. So we're just going to start right here seated, taking some time to breathe. And so really set your sit bones down on your mat, like I said, crossing at the legs, and just place your hands on top of the thighs or just cupping one hand on top of the other and already feeling elongated in the spine and open in the front body. Eyes may be closed or your eyelids will just feel heavy looking towards the floor. Just keeping in mind that we really want to start here with the intention of being open-minded for whatever's coming. And to allow the breath to take us to a place that makes the practice enjoyable, allowing us to open and unravel. Relaxing your shoulders. Arrive at your practice physically, skin, muscle, and bone. And arrive at your practice mentally, like really be here. This is your intention. Tuning out any distractions that you have and anything that's occupying your mind, just sort of letting that go. And then emotionally arrive. Let your heart be here. Allowing yourself to cultivate a sense of selfishness where you really are looking out for yourself, caring for yourself, and giving yourself the time and attention that you deserve. Let's take a deep inhale through the nose. As you exhale, open the mouth and sigh it out. Inhale in. Open the mouth, sigh it out. One more time, inhale through nose. Open the mouth and sigh. Now place your hands on your rib cage right here. So almost like your middle fingers are going to touch right at your solar plexus, that soft spot right here underneath the rib cage. Just open the palms, 4 fingers towards the front of the body, and perhaps the thumbs will lift up towards your armpits. Opening up your elbows. And as you take a deep inhale, feel the rib cage expand all the way in with the breath. And as you exhale, feel the rib cage move back to the center. It's going to be a slight expansion, but there is some expansion. Inhale in. Exhale out. Next inhale, you want to sort of imagine the rib cage pushing the hands away from each other. So almost like your middle fingers are not touching anymore. And as you exhale, tips of your middle fingers touch each other. One more time, just like that. Inhale. Exhale. Then drop your hands down. Blink the eyes open. Do some free-form neck rolls right here. Tucking the chin towards the chest. Sending one ear towards the shoulder. Lifting the chin up. Try not to overstretch in these neck rolls. Perhaps just 3 circles on one side before you go to the other. So relax in the shoulders. Fingertips, let's just let them blossom. The fingers rather. Keeping your spine long. Come to center, please. Step your foot out in front of you, wider than hip width, and send your hands behind you, opening up the chest. And let's do these windshield wiper movements right here, sending the knees to the right in an exhale. Inhale, center, exhale, knees to the left. And really taking the time to turn the body into this twisting motion as we plant one knee at a time. Listening to the lower back. Already allowing space in the chest, in the front body. One more time on each side. Beautiful. And as you come into the left side, just come into a deer pose, which is you are going to step your left leg in a little bit, and so that the left shin is in front of the body, and then swing your right leg back so that the right foot is close to your right glute. So this is deer pose. As you're here in deer, just take the time to lengthen the spine. Perhaps your right glute is going to be a little bit lifted. That's okay. We'll just sort of let that happen for now since we are not going to be here for long. Send your left hand on your heart and then lift your right arm up towards the front. And on your next inhale, twist the body towards the right, opening that gate. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale, open up. Exhale, back to center. Send energy to the front body to open up. Like I said, feel vulnerable and open. Just being along for the ride and enjoying every moment. Inhale, open. And then exhale to the front. Plant your right hand on top of your left thigh. Left hand can be outside the left hip. Inhale here to lengthen the spine. And instead of leaning towards the left, I want you to lengthen your spine up towards the ceiling before you twist towards the left. Big breath in. And as you exhale, slowly release from the twist. You can plant your hands down behind you or you can float the arms as you step your right foot on the mat and come and swing the legs over to the right side. So now you're sort of deer pose on this other side. Hands can be on prayer at heart center, or you can have your hands on the block. But on the next inhale, we're going to get into a shin box. So really firm up the glutes to push the hips out and forward. And then exhale, plant, not drop your hips down. Inhale, slowly come up. Again, front body is the focus. Open it up. Exhale, slowly plant. 2 more times. Inhale, firm up the glutes as you open up the hips. Ooh, beautiful. Exhale, slowly lower. Last time through. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, slowly lower. And then plant your left hand on your right thigh. Right hand like a kickstand behind you. And find this twist. Opening up the right shoulder. Inhale, instead of leaning back, lengthen the spine vertically, and then exhale, deepen your twist. Nice job. Slowly release. Since we are on deer pose on this side, place your right hand on the chest, open up the left arm, and then next inhale, we're going to twist over to the other side. Exhale to center. Please do that 3 more times on your own. And the reason I want our hands and our hearts is I want us to practice with our hearts. Like I said, this is a feeling practice, so feel open without necessarily being worried too much about alignment and anatomy. I'm also going to try not to, since you know that I tend to cue those a lot, but for now we're just going to feel good. Lower the left arm down. Again, hands can plant on blocks or on the mat or float the arms up. Step your left foot on the mat. Swing the knees to the other side. Now we're deer pose on the left side. We're back to where we started. Float the arms or plant the hands down. We'll do a shin box on this side. Inhale, firm up the glute, lift your hips up. Open up the front of that hip. Exhale, slowly lower, like you could hear a pin drop. 3 more times. Inhale, rise up. Firm up the glutes. Exhale, slowly lower. Chest is open, ribs are in. Inhale up. Exhale down. 1 more time. Inhale up with control. And then exhale, slowly lower. Planting your right hand on your left thigh once again. Left hand like a kickstand behind you. Inhale. Notice the difference in this twist this time. And then exhale, slowly release from the twist. Nice job. We are going to get into cat-cow. So I want you guys to plant your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, making sure you really zip up the belly. And what I mean is that you don't drop and plop the belly down. So you firm up the belly, wrists are really underneath the shoulders. And let's do our cow pose here first. So drop the belly, lift the tailbone, open the chest, and then lift your head. We're going to do a different cat this time. So as you exhale, round the spine and push the floor away, you're going to walk your hands towards your knees, be on your fingertips, puff up the mid-back, drop your chin towards your chest. Next, inhale, drop your hands underneath the shoulders, find your cow once again. And then exhale, slowly push the floor away first, round first, and then walk your hands towards your knees. Be on your fingertips, puff up the mid-back. 2 more times, plant the hands down underneath shoulders. Inhale. Cow pose, open chest, lift tailbone. Exhale, opposite direction. Then walk the hands towards the knees. 1 more time, hands underneath shoulders. Inhale, cow, this pose. Are you feeling this practice or are you overanalyzing? Exhale, slowly round. Beautiful. Plant the hands underneath the shoulders. Walk the hands towards the left side, maybe the left side or outside your left knee or outside your left shin. As you inhale, take the time to lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, drop your chin towards your chest and push your hips to the right. Feeling this on the right side. Next, inhale, find your rainbow. Walk your hands to center. Walk all the way over outside the right knee, outside your right shin. And then inhale here, center. Reset the breath. Exhale, drop your head, push hips to the left. Opening up the side body definitely helps open up the front body. And then slowly come into center. Spreading the fingers underneath the shoulders and just taking time here to reset. And feel the front body sort of not only open up by plopping, but energetically open up as well. So find that in your next 2 breaths. Abdominal muscles perhaps are awake. Engage your core, firm up your core, prepare your core. Nice job. Walk your hands a little bit forward, maybe 3 inches. And on the next inhale, we're going to get into a grounded up dog. So open the chest. You can release your legs or even let the feet meet, whatever feels good to you. Knees are down, but hips are lifted. Squeeze shoulder blades together and look ahead of you. Firm up the glutes to help open up those hips. On the exhale, tuck your toes behind you and slowly send your hips back into a floated child's pose. Inhale, send the upper body forward. Untuck the toes in the back. Come to your grounded up dog. Arms are extended. Shoulders a little bit elevated. Shoulder blades towards each other. Exhale, tuck the toes. Send the hips back. Lengthen spine 1 more time. Shift the body forward. Untuck the toes. Open the chest. Firm up the glutes. Relax your head and your neck. Exhale, tuck the toes and back into child's pose. Beautiful. Inhale back to center. Find your quadruped once again, your hands and knees. So wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Lift your right arm up first before you lift your left leg up. So find this nice spinal balance. This is where you'll really feel the energy in the front of the body. Reach your arm forward and really push the leg back. Shut the door behind you. Inhale. And then exhale, send your left knee and your right elbow towards each other around the spine. One time just like that. Inhale, balance. Exhale, slowly round. Inhale, balance. And as you exhale, bend the left leg. You can flex that ankle. Perhaps your right hand reaches out towards that left foot. If it can't reach, then just leave it there. Sort of almost touching each other. Firm up the left glute. Open up the front body. Look ahead of you. Open your right shoulder blade towards the spine. Breathe. And as you exhale, release the foot. Plant the right hand before you plant your left knee down. And just swing the hips left and right. Again, without dumping in your shoulder joint, keeping the belly awake. All right, spinal balance the other side. Instead of lifting the leg first, we're going to lift the left arm first. Notice if you're dumping your belly right away, check that. And then lengthen your right leg to the back. Toes pointing down towards the mat. Zip up your belly. Inhale, reach in opposite direction. Exhale, elbow to knee, round that spine. Inhale, reach out. Breathe here, you guys. No shortcuts with the breath. Exhale, slowly, elbow to knee. One more time. Inhale, lengthen out. Find the balance. Find your focus. Exhale, bend the right leg. Left hand catches the foot. Maybe use a strap or let things float and be okay with that. Turn the front of the body forward. Firm up the right glute. And open up the left shoulder. Beautiful. I'm smiling because this just makes me happy. And then exhale, slowly lower the left hand. Lower your right knee towards the middle of your mat. And then just lengthen your left leg behind you into this gate pose. So you can decide whether you're angling your ankle behind that right knee, or it could be right in line towards the middle of your mat. As long as your left leg is long, your toes are pointing forward. Inhale your left arm up. Turning the body forward, opening the chest. You can stay right here if this is enough. Otherwise, you can also lift that left leg up, making sure that the right hand is underneath the shoulder. Firm up your glutes, tailbone towards your left heel. You can stay right here, or you can bend that left leg and sugar cane bow this pose. Such a fancy name, makes me hungry, sugar cane bow. Open up the left shoulder, use a strap, or you can grab that foot. Firm up the glutes again, opening up that hip. Release that leg, and as soon as you release the leg, plant the left hand down, swerve the body towards your mat, and then bend your elbows halfway like a push-up. Send your chin down, lift your left foot up. Exhale, push back. One more time, just like that. Inhale, you can point or flex, totally up to you. Exhale, come back to center. And then come back into your quadruped. We'll do some hip circles, shall we? Place your hands underneath shoulders first, knees underneath the hips. You can keep the toes tucked in the back. Send your hips to the right, back, left, and just do these circles. Feel so good in the lower back. Again, drawing the attention to the front of the body, feeling the energy there. Also feeling some softness there. And then let's do 4 circles in the other direction. Beautiful. One more circle. Move with the breath, no shortcuts. Nice job. Send your left knee towards the midline of your mat. I'm going to be turning away from you. I apologize.
Step your right foot to the back. Make the good decision, a wise decision on where your left ankle should be. Left hand underneath the left shoulder. And then once you're ready, just slowly lift your right arm up, lateral bend to the left side. Beam your chest towards the front of you. Feel firmness and stability in that left shoulder blade. And you can just be here if you're fine with being here. Otherwise, you can float your right leg up. Try not to relax the glutes, you guys. Keep it firm. Helps open up the hip, keeps stuff stable. Stay right here, or you can bend that right leg. Right hand reaches out towards the right foot. Use a strap or nut. Kick that foot towards the hand. Open up the right shoulder. Resist the urge to be competitive here and just to get from one pose to another. Transition well. Use the breath. Release that right foot. Plant your right hand down. Turn the body towards the mat. Keep your right leg lifted. Bend your elbows halfway like a push-up. Lift your right leg up. Chin down. Exhale, back to center. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, back to center. Plant the right knee down. Plant the left knee down. Or just find your quadruped. And then let's just do 3 rounds of traditional cat-cow. Inhale. Arch the spine. Exhale, slowly round. About 2 more times. Still being intentional with this movement. Try not to get too excited for the next thing. Beautiful. Send your hips to the back. Have a little seat. Maybe do some wrist rolls or wrist circles, whatever feels good to you. We were on our hands a lot, and so we want to make sure that we listen to our teeny tiny wrists. And that's why we really need to wake up our core. We really need to wake up our center, our entire trunk, so that we don't dump in these delicate joints that we have. And once you think you're ready, plant your hands down, tuck your toes in the back, lift your hips up and back, come into a downward facing dog. Pedal one leg at a time if you want. Loosen up in this down dog. Listen to your lower back. Feet are at least hip width apart. Hands are at least shoulder width apart, which means by all means let them be wider. You're making this letter A shape or inverted V shape. The tailbone is sort of at the top of that alphabet, that letter. You want to lengthen your spine as a priority. And if that means you bend your legs like this in order to lengthen the spine, you're good. Otherwise, if you're lengthening your legs and you're rounding the spine right here, you're doing your body a disservice. Strong in the shoulders. And then find your downward facing dog, pushing your thighs up and back. Lower belly back and up. Strong shoulders, drop your head. Inhale here. As you exhale, slowly walk the feet towards the top of the mat. Feet by the hands. Feet are hip width apart. Find your dangle. You can grab elbow to elbow if you want. Or just make figure eights with your fingertips. Whatever works well for you. Keep moving in your dangle. Shake the head yes, shake the head no. Keeping the knees soft, slowly ragdoll your way up, uncurl the spine, inhale the arms up, firm up the glutes, and then exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lift up the arms. Strong legs, strong feet, soft knees. Exhale, find your fold. Bend the legs, plant the palms, and come into your plank pose. Feel the energy in the front of the body. Strong legs, firm up the glutes, tailbone towards your heels, and feel the muscles underneath the armpits and the sides of the ribs really engaged. Next, inhale, step your right foot across the body to the left.
Lift your left arm up, side plank variation. Again, feel this practice. On the next inhale, slowly plant the booty down. Bend the right leg, send your right foot in, plant your left hand outside your left hip, and then inhale, rise up, lift up into this wild thing variation. Exhale, send the booty down. Left hand or left arm hugs your right thigh in. Plant your right hand outside the right hip. Inhale, twist it out. Beautiful. As you exhale, drop your right knee out. Turn the body towards the top of the mat. Plant your hands. Tuck the toes in that left foot. And then inhale, swing right knee underneath the chest. Inhale, lift the right leg up. And then exhale, come into downward facing dog. Beautiful. Breathe in. And breathe out. Big inhale again. And then exhale. Top of the exhale, slowly come into a plank. Breathing here. Really energize the front of the body, tailbone towards the heels. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bottom of the exhale, step your right foot between the palms. And then turn the body towards the wide part of your mat, toes pointing towards each other. Feet are going to be as wide as they possibly can be, or legs rather. You can plant your elbows down. You can dangle the body, soft at the knees. You can even sort of play around with bending one leg at a time. And even as you're in this forward fold, this wide-legged forward fold, feel vulnerable in the front of the body. Open up the chest and just let your body sort of hang and enjoy the moment. No hesitation, no reluctance, no second guessing. Just enjoy it. Inhale here. Exhale. Plant your hands underneath your shoulders. Walk your hands over to the other side of the mat. And then gently send your left foot back. Come into your plank pose. Again, to send energy to the front of the body, we don't just have to open it, but we activate it. Remind ourselves what it feels like to wake up the muscles in the front of the body. Inhale. Exhale. Next, inhale, left foot steps to the right. Side plank variation, lift the right arm up. Lift, and also feel uplifted. Exhale, slowly lower the booty down. Step your left leg in, right hand outside the right hip. And then inhale, slowly lift up into this wild thing variation. Woo. Talk about front body opening. This is an enjoyable move. Exhale, booty down. Right arm hugs your left leg in, left hand behind you. And then find your twist right here. Slow movements, controlled movements, but still enjoyable. On your next exhale, open up the left hip, the left knee down. Plant the hands on that back part of your mat. Right toes are tucked, and then slowly float the left knee underneath the chest. And then inhale, three-legged dog, lift the left leg up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale right here. Exhale, lengthen your spine. Bottom of the exhale, step your left foot between the palms. Turn your body over to the long side of the mat and make your way all the way around. Plant your palms, send your right leg to the back to plank pose. We're going to do that flow one more time. Exhale right here, firm up the body without gripping your hands or tensing your jaw. Next, inhale, step your right foot out. Side plank variation, left side. Inhale, open and enjoy.
Exhale, plant the booty down. Send your right leg in, right foot in. Left hand outside the left hip. Inhale. Wild thing. Open up the front body. Exhale, plant the booty down. Left arm hugs the right leg. Twist up. And as you exhale, drop the right knee down. Turn the upper body towards the top of the mat. Tuck your toes on that left foot. Swing your left knee underneath the armpit. And then inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, downward facing dog. Position your hands where they need to be and the feet as well. Big inhale. Big exhale. Bottom of the exhale, step your right foot between the palms. Walk the hands all the way over to the other side of the mat. Plant the palms on either side of the foot before you send the foot back into a plank pose. Firm up everything towards your midline. Inhale here. Exhale. Next, inhale, step your left foot outside and across the body. To the right side, inhale, lift your right leg, right arm up. Exhale, slowly plant the booty down. Step the left foot in, right hand outside your right hip. Inhale, wild thing. Open the front body, firm up the back of the body. Exhale, plant the booty down. Right arm hugs the left leg in. Left hand behind you. Inhale, open up the left shoulder. Exhale, breathe. Notice any rigidity that you're building up and still feel open, still feel soft. Drop your left knee down, turn the body towards the back of the mat, plant your hands, tuck the toes in the right foot, swing your left knee underneath your chest. And then inhale, your right leg lifts. Hopefully you're not touching your plants like I am. Exhale, downward facing dog. Shake your head, pedal, loosen up in this down dog. And then exhale, slowly lower the knees. You can cross at the ankles. Beautiful. Set your bums down first. You're going to really open up the back body, the posterior chain, or the chain of muscles in the back part of the body. Grab your yoga blocks or thick books or whatever you can put your heels on top of as you lie on your back. So first, we're not going to get there yet. Wherever your props are, just make sure that they're right in front of your feet, of your toes, and then come down on your backs. Step your feet in a little bit underneath the knees. Open up the arms to the side, right? Nudge your lower belly down towards the mat, which lengthens your lower back and releases it. Curl your tailbone, firm up the glutes as you slowly lift your hips up into this bridge pose. Now to open up the front body, you don't thrust the hip and just yank your chest towards your chin. You really move with control here. And as you lift up the hips, you're really doing it from the back of the body. And you stop at that point where your tailbone is pointing towards the back of your knees. And you almost feel this one straight line from the back of your neck all the way to the back of the knees. And it's uninterrupted, it's not obstructed. The body is working, but the breath remains fluid. Feel joy right here. Close the eyes. Feel it. Be positive. Inhale. And as you exhale, slowly send the booty down. Instead of sending the knees up towards the chest, send the knees out towards the armpits. Lift the knees off of the mat and just rock left and right. Nice job. Now we're going to send our heels on top of your props. So you may need to slide your hips a little bit lower. Make sure that your heels are right on top of the props and make your necessary adjustments here. Actually, I had to slide myself back. Lengthen the legs. Point the toes towards the sky. So let the soles of your feet smile. Elbows down towards the mat, but try not to make strong fists with your hands. Just keep the hands relaxed, but the elbows are down. Same thing. Nudge your belly down towards the mat, waking up and energizing your lower back. Tailbone towards the heels, and as you slowly lift up, do not yank the chest up, but feel this in the back of the body. There's just heat that you started to build up, and it started to radiate in the back of the body, and the front of the body has no choice but to cooperate. Spread the toes towards the ceiling. Ay, 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 this feels so good. Posterior chain waker upper. Back muscle waker upper. Inhale. And then exhale, slowly lower the booty. Try not to remove the heels just yet. Just plop the ankles out, move the legs. Because you know me, we're going to do that one more time. All right, toes up towards the ceiling. Let the soles of the feet smile. Engage the lower belly already. Curl your tailbone, elbows down. Inhale, lift up. Squeeze your glutes. Firm up the butt. Firm up the butt without firming up your face. Keep the face soft. There's a bit of deception in yoga, right? Body's working hard. The face is like, nothing's happening. Last breath. Inhale. And then exhale, slowly lower it down. Left knee towards the chest. Interlace your fingers on top of the left leg, left shin. And then slowly release that leg. Plant it on top of your prop. Right knee rather, on your chest, towards your chest. Have a little squeeze. Beautiful. Slowly release. Plant the feet at least as wide as your mat. Open up the arms. You can plant your elbows down and slowly find those windshield wiper movements right here on your back. And just notice how open the body feels, right? Like I said, it's almost both being vulnerable and also both being sort of unstoppable. Like, sure, whatever happens to me, I can face it, I can do it. Like you're up for the challenge. One more time, left and right. And then slowly come to center. One, nice squeeze in, knees towards the chest. If you want some lower back movement, you can always do these knee circles with both knees going the same direction, or knee circles with both knees going in opposite direction. All right, send both knees in. Hug the legs and lift your head up. Send the nose towards the space between your knees. One big compression here. Inhale. And as you exhale, release to your Shavasana. Feet and legs at least hip width apart. Hands at either side of the body. It's just ideal for your legs and your hands to not touch anything. That way you're also in your space. Get all the fidgets out of the way as we enjoy this short and sweet Shavasana, or as we call our final resting pose. Inhale through the nose. Open the mouth side out. Ha. Big breath in. Open the mouth side out. Last time a little bit different. Inhale. And shush it out. Shavasana. If you want to take a longer Shavasana, feel free to hit pause and stay right here. And release yourself from this Shavasana anytime you want. Otherwise, if you want to release from your Shavasana with me, inhale through nose. And as you exhale, move your fingers, move your toes, move the legs, move the limbs. And on your next inhale, just bend the legs, lengthen the arms up. Big inhale. And as you exhale, roll onto a side of your choice, but pausing right there with your eyes closed. Your eyes are heavy, your heart is heavy. And your next breath, with that upper hand, gently lift yourself up, push yourselves up to a nice, comfortable seated position, whichever the one that may be. Just place your hands on top of your legs, on top of your thighs. And for a moment here before we end, send a nice energy here in the front of the body. Just visualize sort of this rainbow, this good energy, and you're sending it to someone else. You're sending it to something, an intention, an object, an idea. And you just sort of feel good sending the goodness in you and the positive in you towards that direction. And that's really why we do these practices. It's not just a physical experience. The people around us feel this radiation of positive energy. And that's how we spread the good word of yoga. With the smile, hands to heart center, thumbs are touching your chest to remind ourselves it always comes back to us, whatever comes from us. Bow your head towards your hands. Say your word of gratitude here towards yourselves for showing up today. Inhale. And as you exhale, take a deeper bow to yourselves, to that inner voice that asked you and told you and begged for you to practice today. I am so appreciative of each and every one of you who comes to my classes. I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope you radiated good energy from the front of the body and built resilience and strengthened the back of the body, and just overall you felt joy and you enjoyed this moment. From my heart to yours, namaste, namaste, namaste. Thank you so much. I hope to see you next time. Take care and goodbye.